Hello guys and welcome back to Planet 40k. We've got a very special guest on the channel for us today, and we've got Idic Beer, Necrons and more. How you doing, Nick?
Hello Mr. Planet 40k, I am doing very well, thank you. Thanks for having me on the channel.
Good to have you here, good to have you here. So do you want to explain to the viewers what you're actually doing here on Planet 40k?
I certainly can. It's because, well, Mr. Planet and myself are going to get together and we're going to be playing Necrons against two of our Orc YouTube fellow gamers.
We are indeed. We are indeed. So we are going to be going up against 6+ Stevo. I always get it the wrong way around. Is it 6+ Stevo or Stevo 6+? I think it's 6+
Stevo, yeah.
Got it right the first time. And Dreadwire Gaming. So
indeed,
we're playing against them in a doubles matchup, very similar to your Dominion War tournament we did. 1,500 points each, is that right?
Yeah, 3,000 point game.
Big game. And yeah, so what's the plans for this game then? How's this game gonna sort of be? Are we doing it? Are we going hardball? Is it going to be a bit more narrative? What do you think we're going to be doing?
It's going to be a fun game. It's going to be based on fun. So we're going to have a custom mission, probably be quite a basic mission. So none of this like secondaries and secondary deck cards and stuff. It's going to be put your models down, really basic mission, and roll some dice.
That's it. Yeah. So we're going to have to sort of put aside our competitive nature slightly.
Yeah.
I think that they love rolling dice more than anyone, especially as they're Orc players. Definitely. They love to get involved, and wow, you know what they're like. So yeah, you've had the opportunity of playing both of these guys, haven't you? You've played both.
I have indeed. Yep, I played Dread once, and I played Stevo quite a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, you've known him a while. I played Dread on your tournament, and I stole a win off him. Really did steal a win off him. But yeah, we're going to be doing the doubles match, and what we're going to do in this video. It's quite a long intro there, but what we're going to be trying to do in this video is trying to get our list together. 1,500 points each is quite a lot to talk about, and try and take away the element of competitiveness and go a bit more fun, theme, narrative. We're going to see sort of how we go with this and wing it. So Nick, where is this battle going to be? What channel is this going to be on? It's not going to be on our channels, is it? So
not going to be on our channel. We will probably have some little teaser videos about the game, but the actual game is going to be on 6+ Stevo's channel. Awesome channel, awesome guy, and obviously there's going to be a link below for his channel, and of course Dreadwire Gaming's channel as well.
So yeah, if you guys are also into Orcs as maybe a second army, or maybe it's your first army, yeah, make sure you are subscribed to those guys as well. Fantastic YouTubers, so yeah, get involved with them. I'll start with you, Nick. Have you got any ideas that you want to bring forward to this game?
Well, I had an initial idea when I heard about what we were going to do. And my initial idea was, like, I would play Imhotep the Stormlord, you would play the Silent King.
Oh wow!
And we'd have two warring Necron factions playing against these Orcs. So
interesting.
That would be quite fun. You know, we'll start shooting ourselves during the game.
That would be fun.
I had loads of different ideas go through my head, to be honest, because generally the opponent, which I play most of the time, is quite a competitive player. So I'm always like looking for that competitive list and edge. So when I get a chance to play a game that's all about fun, is that I tend to go a bit wild with it. So I had all these thoughts coming through. The Silver Tide was the other one. It's like, how many warriors have I got? And how many warriors has Carl got? We could have a whole table of warriors.
I've got about 100. Ready to go. Although 61 of them are in rainbow colours because I tried every type of contrast with them, so that could be fun to put out.
Yeah. So that was going through my head as well. I also had another little idea as well, because the way we're going to be doing this is you're going to have your Necron army and I'm going to have my Necron army. So it's not going to be like a restriction on how many units you can have in terms of, like, for example, it won't just be 6 troops, it'll be 12 troops.
Okay, I wasn't aware of that. That's interesting.
Yeah, because you're doing your list and I'm doing mine, right? It's not one fine.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. I didn't even think of that. So we could literally have like 6 lots of 20 Necron warriors each.
Absolutely. Or we could have how many Catans for 3,000 points?
You can both take one of each. Yeah. Two Nightbringers on the table. Yeah, they
Nightbringers.
won't like that. They won't like that.
But well, that's the other thing as well. As I went through these ideas, I also reflected on our opponents and obviously the whole idea of what we're playing. Because whilst some of those thoughts might be quite fun, for us.
To us.
Yeah, to us. But in terms of our opponents, we've got 6+ Stevo, who has a dread mob. He's been working on his army for many years, and it's a fantastic looking army, but it's all killer cans and death dreads. I think it's got some tank busters in there. He has those mech guns at the back, but he never uses like the most powerful mech gun. He always uses the fun one,
Mm-hmm.
And then Dread, who
he's got them like little grot tanks, hasn't he? Those
he's
little
got
custom.
Forge World grot tanks.
Mm-hmm.
His army is another awesome looking army. I think like 80% of the models aren't actually GW. They're either kit bashed or proxy to third party
style. Yeah, Orc style.
Dread hasn't played as much as Stevo, but I think his list is arguably a little bit more powerful because it has 2 kill tanks in it.
Okay.
His 2,000 point list has 2 kill tanks. So
expect some of them. So we need to try and balance this off in our heads then.
Exactly. So that's what I'm thinking. We need something where we want to face off and it to be like a half evenly matched game. We don't want to be one side as such. So all those sort of things went through my mind.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be watching this video anyway, so I'm sure they'll be able to rebalance it if they've got any ultra competitive ideas. They might go, you know what, their list isn't as good as we thought, so maybe they'll balance it back. But hopefully, hopefully. So let's have a little look then. What you're thinking, Imhotep and the Silent King? I don't think my Silent King is actually painted at the moment.
Yeah, I mean that was my initial thought, but I think in the end I have decided that because of the nature of what we're doing, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to just play the units that I've not played yet in 10th edition.
Okay. So what haven't you played then? What haven't you played?
Well, this is it. I went through this. Let's go through the app, shall we?
Having a look. Yeah. I've got it on Wahapeed on the side here. So I can have a little look.
Probably most of these won't be a surprise.
I don't think there's any I haven't played, to be honest. I play test quite a lot of units.
Right, yeah. So in terms of like other data sheets, so I haven't played the Annihilation Barge yet.
I have.
I haven't played the Reanimators yet.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, wow. They're good at the minute. I think they're good.
And the thing is, bearing in mind that I do tend to play quite unusual lists generally. Yeah. So sometimes I don't always play the norm. Convergence of Dominion.
I was hoping you were going to say the Spider. I was hoping you were going to say the Spider.
I played the Spider in my Canoptic Court list.
Did you play it often?
I used to play it. Before they nerfed Canoptic Court, I had a unit of those in my list and they did really well.
Because while we're there, while we're at that point of the other section, I was, in the back of my head, I thought, what if we just had a load of spiders and a load of scarabs sort of running around to combat these Orc boys or these, whatever they got. I don't know what they're going to bring, Snagger boys, Orc boys. That could have been a potential plan, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. So Convergence of Dominion. Have not played that. What else have we got? Doom Scythe. I've not played Doom Scythe.
No, I don't think I've played a Doom Scythe actually. I've got it, just never use it.
Believe it or not, I haven't played a Monolith.
I think I've played it once. Yeah.
I know it's everyone like raves on about it, but just haven't got it into a.
I don't get the chance to because playing against Chaos Demons and Bloodthirsters and Scarbrands and they don't last a turn. That's why it never comes out for me. I've got 2 of them and I don't use them.
That's fair enough. So that's it from the other units that I haven't played. Character-wise, I haven't played the Deceiver yet.
Oh, I don't own the Deceiver. I don't own one.
I have an original pewter one, which I bought back at the beginning of 3rd edition.
I actually think it's probably an extremely underrated character.
I agree, yeah. However, there's no doubt that the other Catans are possibly just have that little edge, which is why I never play it. But it could
don't
be a good
know.
opportunity to play the Deceiver.
I think it might be. It might be. I don't use Mr. Illuminus Zares often.
I've not used him yet.
You're not using him at all?
No,
Ooh,
no. Just the type of list that
interesting.
I play, he just doesn't seem to
Yeah.
fit in, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I used him in a list where I went with a load of individual characters in the Awakened Dynasty. So I had the Feel No Pain enhancement on a Scorbit Lord, I had 3 Locust Lords with their own Feel No Pain war gear, and I had Luminazares on his own as well. It actually worked quite well, just having a load of individual guys running around doing stuff. I mean, Assassination was obviously on, but
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't mind that.
The Psychomancer.
Psychomancer.
Yeah.
I've not even. Have you bought one? Did you buy one?
I've got one, yeah.
Oh, you got one.
Painted it.
Brave
Yeah,
man.
when it
Not
came out.
for me.
And then the Silent King, because I haven't played the Silent King yet in 10th edition.
I have, and it sucks every time I use him. It sucks every time. I think I used him in my last bat report, which isn't out yet on Demon Prince Gaming's channel. He just sucks. He doesn't do anything. He really doesn't. And then I'm presuming you've not played much of Trez in the Infinite. Then he's not.
That was my next one, and I think that's the last unit I probably haven't played yet. Yeah.
I didn't buy him either. So yeah, there's quite a lot of options for unplayed units there.
And then I mean, looking at those units, the units which I think I definitely would like to play, I think is Doom Scythes. And the reason for that is I play like Locust Heavy Destroyers all the time. When I play Canoptic Court, I'm always playing the Doom Stalkers. The Doomsday Arcs, although I haven't played them as much in 10th edition, I played them pretty much all the time in 9th edition.
See, I've gone that way now. That's where I'm at the moment.
I've noticed, yeah.
3 of them mostly.
But I'm thinking the Doom Scythes would be pretty fun to play because you wouldn't necessarily play them normally, I don't think.
Issue is, I mean, saying that, they're not going full on melee, are they? They will struggle to. Well, they won't be able to engage with it. They don't have much fly, and they'd only be able to shoot it down. Do they have enough? I'm presuming they do.
I think they would. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Dread's got what they called them. He's got Mega Knobs. He's got Flash Gits.
Oh, okay, so there's
well. So I think they're going to have a reasonable amount of shooting. Yeah.
So Demon Prince has got World Eaters now, and I brought it against World Eaters, and then I realised very quickly he's got absolutely nothing that can take it on. It's like, oh, shouldn't have done this. Feels a bit bad, but yeah. As long as they can take it on, that's fine. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, they should be able to.
What else we got in here? There's also the opportunity of doing a Ghost Arc spam. I've always liked the Ghost Arc spam.
Yeah, I've got 4.
You've got 4. I've got 3. Not painted though. A lot of my stuff is in the process of being redone, so that might be an issue for me. And then yeah, going back to that Canoptic Spider Scarab Swarm thing, I think I would like to do that. That might have to go in my list. So I could play the Canoptic Corp, which is something I know that it is one of the stronger suits, but I don't play Canoptic Corp. I always go for Hypercrypt or the Awakened Dynasty out of push. The Canoptic Corp, and normally I take Wraiths anyway, but I wouldn't take Wraiths in this game. I think they're probably a bit too much. Maybe 1 unit. I don't know.
Yeah, the Canoptic Court, I played that a lot before Pariah Nexus came out. Really, really good for me, but it definitely got weaker. And so far in Pariah Nexus, in my main 2,000 point games, I've been playing Hypercrypt. I've been experimenting with 1,000 point games and the other detachments. It's been a lot of fun, but definitely Hypercrypt's like that's where it is really.
Yeah.
Awakened Dynasty, if you're building the list that way with attached characters, then yeah, that's, as you say, that's really good as well. So yeah, potentially then, how about you go for a Canoptic Court type list? So you're going to be more of a push forward assault element.
Yeah, get in their face.
Maybe, so if I'm going for Doom Scythes, I could potentially put in, because a lot of these units, which I haven't played yet, are sort of vehicle type units. So maybe I could go for an all vehicle list.
Yeah.
Could get the monolith in there. Not played that before.
What about the obelisk? It used to be. I used to love the obelisk in 9th edition. I thought it was amazing, and not many people did like it. But now I can't defend it. It stinks. It's so bad.
It does.
It's bad.
I think the monolith, because I've got that new model which I've hardly played. Spent ages magnetizing it and painting it, and I've only played it like twice maybe in 9th edition. So it'd be pretty cool to get that on the table. Obviously, the reanimators.
Reanimator, yeah.
Yeah, they're vehicles, so I could play a couple of them.
What about the Annihilation Legion? I know that's a complete different detachment there, but what if we went down that route? That's something I never touch. Have you touched that?
Yes, I have played that. I got absolutely slaughtered by orcs.
By orcs as well.
Slaughtered. Yeah. It was I was up against the Green Tide, and I was dead in 2 turns.
Oh really?
Yeah.
But they're not bringing Green Tide though, so it's. How many Scorpion Lords have you got?
I've got 2.
You've got 2. I've got 1. So I could pinch a few, and I could bring. I think I've got 18 Scorpion Destroyers. That might be a plan, you know. That feels a little bit naughty, but also something we don't do.
Yeah, I think probably the thing to note as well here, just for the viewers, is although we're both going to be playing Necrons, our armies are going to be our own army. So if I did have a monolith, for example, I couldn't teleport like one of your troops through. Yeah,
we're completely separate in terms of rules and abilities, and
even
canoptic reanimation things and things. We can't help each other with that.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so even though I like the idea of those canoptic spiders, I think the Scorpex are drawing me in a bit, you know.
Well, I've got 6 spiders. If I got 2, I've got 6 spiders altogether. If you need spiders, they're the old ones, but
I've got 3. But do you know how many of these broken stands I've got? It's unreal. They're everywhere around my studio. Yeah. Everything's broke. All the plastic stands. Yeah, I'm going that way. I am going that way. The sponsor's going to be helping me out with that. But it's just getting to do them all. Nothing's done. So yeah.
No, spiders are really good actually. Obviously, dev wounds, blast. The only thing, obviously, with those blast weapons, obviously, if you do get locked in combat, it's like more difficult to shoot.
To shoot out, yeah.
Yeah. But
so we've got 2 trains of thought then. So 18. I'm going to write notes down. Might help. 3 Scorpion Lords. And then on the other hand, it could be you can get 6 spiders in a list, couldn't you? Or in 6. My half of the list.
In your half, yeah, 6.
Which is a bit mad. Probably a bit too much, but
because you're going to want the scarabs then to go with them, aren't you?
Yeah, so that would be 18 scarabs, and then you'd want Doomstalkers. There's only so many canoptic things though, isn't there, without wraiths? Doomstalkers, Reanimator isn't really doing much, and that is.
I have my Tomb Sentinel, Tomb Stalker I could use.
I forgot they even exist. I forgot they exist. Yeah. No, you know what? I'm feeling the destroyer side now. I've sort of taught myself out the spiders. I'm feeling those destroyers. I'm going to cross out the spiders. I could go with the 18 destroyers, 3 lords. I've got 3 Ophidian destroyers which I can throw in.
Yeah, I've got a unit of 6 of those. Funny enough, I played the Annihilation Legion against Dread in my game against Dread, and I also had 18 Scorpex.
Yeah,
and then I had at least 1 unit of flayed ones. I think I had 2 units of flayed ones.
I hate flayed ones. I really hate them.
They're really good. They're really good. Infiltrate.
Yeah, a lot of people say they're really good, and they just die. Turn 1 dead.
But that's fine though, because it stops your opponent if your opponent has infiltrators. So when I play Richard, he always has at least 1 infiltrate unit, usually 2, like Orc commandos. It just helps you take up some space on the table to stop their infiltrators, keep them at bay.
I'd rather spend those points on death marks and then make them think twice about leaving a gap at the back. Turn 2, turn 3, sometimes turn 1 if you're Hypercrypt going second as well. So it's that to me is more valuable, especially the way I play Hypercrypt behind enemy lines, establish Locust, and.
Well, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Because we have played together before at
we have
my Dominion War, not this year, the year before. And we did have a confliction of play styles, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We kind of just got through it in the end, and I was surprised we won that game, to be honest. I thought we'd lost it, but it worked in the end. It worked in the end.
Yeah.
But no, I think it'll be a bit. I don't know. Maybe we were nervous. I don't know. I do remember thinking.
Well, I think this could work though, because if you do go for like the more of an assault, like push forward type list, and I go more for a sort of a hang back shooty type list, then we're going to be doing different things on the table, aren't we? So it could like harmonize quite well.
It could. So let's go back to your side of it for a moment then. So if you're going to be more stay back and shoot, apart from maybe the Deceiver or something along those lines, what kind of units are we talking about? Because the Doom Scythe is obviously not doing that. That's flying around.
Doom Scythe, yeah. I'd like to play 2 Doom Scythes.
Okay, 2 Doom Scythes. So we'll stay in.
Just look really cool. 2 Doom Scythes. So 2 Doom Scythes, my monolith.
What about a Vault? What about a Vault? You don't like the Vault? I love a Vault. I think it's been in my last like 4 games straight now, maybe 5. Plus your tournament, I do love a Vault at the moment.
Yeah.
Not for you, no? Not for you.
No. The thing is, I think I'd like to play some other units. So I recently built and painted another 2 Annihilation Barge units. They're magnetized into command barges.
Nice.
So effectively, I've got 4 in total. So I was thinking to be able to use them, because I haven't actually used them since I painted them, is I could play 3 Annihilation Barges and then 1 command barge and go all out vehicle units. So my Warlord will be a vehicle.
Command barge.
Yeah, I'll have the Monolith, 3 Annihilation Barges.
You could take the Silent King there. He's a vehicle.
I could take the Silent King, but it's so many points.
And you want the monoliths as well, don't you?
I want the monolith, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I can't really use your monoliths. That's where our issues come now, because I want to probably pop out of your monolith, but you won't have anything to pop out of your monolith.
I won't have anything to pop out, but I think that'll be fine because of the type of game. Because, you know, I know that Stevo and Dread, they don't optimize their lists, you know. Stevo has this Death Dread. It's got like 2 guns on it. I think he's called, what's he called? Crackle? No, Bang. It's called Bang.
Bang.
Yeah. And he's like done such a cool conversion on it. It's got these 2 guns. It's like the worst loadout, but he plays it anyway because that's what he's got, you know. So having like a monolith with no infantry to pop out, I think it's fine, you know. And the monolith on its own has some nasty guns. You know, it takes up a big footprint. It's going to be, you know, potentially tricky to kill.
So what are they now, monoliths? 400 and the 370?
375 I've got
so
here.
So 2 of them. That gets quite expensive when you want 2
not
of them.
2, I think just 1.
Oh, 1. Sorry, just 1.
Yeah,
okay.
1 monolith and 2 Doom Scythes.
And the Doom Scythes, I'm just checking those costs. I've not used them. And then 230, they're so expensive.
They are. That's why I never play them. But
460, 560, 60, 760. Looking at like 8.5 just on those 3 models. That's half your list.
That's pretty much half my list, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The barges, I don't know how much the barges are. They are.
Barges are 115.
You want 3 of those?
3 of those.
Another.
Now.
And a command barge on top. You're almost nearly done with your list, you know.
I'm nearly done, yeah. What about if I had the Triarch Stalker in there? That's 125, right?
I believe so. Yes, it is.
So I think I could then squeeze in a Convergence of Dominion.
You've wanted to get that in, haven't you?
The thing is, though, I don't want to just play 1. I what's the point of just playing one? I want to play the 3.
You want to play the
It's
3?
like 180 points, right, for 3.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Even this like fun like game, I can't put them in. There's no way I'm spending 180 points on 3
You can't.
the minion stones.
I'm thinking
yeah.
of something wacky here, which I've tried to convince you to take it. But I'm thinking of the Vault, and the reason why, it's not because I'm loving the Vault at the minute, but because of Dreadwar Gaming. Because I can't remember if he killed my Vault or James killed my Vault at your tournament. If I remember right, I think James stole it they both charged it at the same time, but James attacked first, and Dreadwar Gaming didn't realise that James had killed it, and he's gone, you stole my glory, like that was mine. I think that's what happened, if I'm not mistaken. But it would be funny to show up again and see his face with a Vault again.
Or what about if we both took one?
Yeah, he'd have a panic. That could be funny. But it's 400 points though. I don't know if you've got the squeeze for that in your list. I might be able to. If I've only got the Scorpex so far, I might be able to, and I think I might do it because I've got a lot of room at the moment. I don't know how much what are the Scorpex nowadays. I should know this. I've just
came down to 180, I think, for 6, if I remember rightly.
Mine's not loading up. 180 plus the Lord is 80, so it's 260. Times that by 3. That's nearly 800 points. 1,200.
Start adding some of these units to my app and just.
Yeah, I want to use my app, but if I put my phone here, I think things start going funny. So I'd rather leave it at the side for now.
Okay, just adding it in now. So, sorry, we have someone coming into the room.
We have a visitor.
Hey.
You're right.
Who is it?
How you doing? You good?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm all well, thank you. I'm all well.
Am I interrupting your recording?
No, you're live on YouTube.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I'll make myself self-care.
Okay. Right, so this is what we've got. Monolith, 2 Doom Scythes, 2 Reanimators, 3 Annihilation Barges, and a Command Barge, which gives me, what's it give me? 40 points spare, which I could potentially give the Command Barge Deep Strike if I'm taking the Hypercrypt, which I think is probably the only one to take with these type of units.
Could go
Nothing
Awakened,
else.
but I think that's a bit gamey, isn't it? Feel no pain save on a barge. Do we need it? Nah. We could. Yeah, Hypercrypt might be the one.
I can't see if I'm taking all these like individual vehicles. There's no other detachment really that's going to be any good, is there? And yeah, give the Barge Deep Strike. That brings me at 1480.
Okay. Have you got any other characters in there, or is that just the one?
Just that one, Warlord.
Okay, I'm going to try and build mine. I'll try and do it away from the mic because it will fuzz up. Let's have a look. Try and remind myself what I did. I had three Scorpet Lords. We had 3 Volts. I'm kidding. That would give him an absolute heart attack. Right, 1, 2, 3 of those. Copy and paste that 3 times. 780 for those 3 units. Let's just put a Volt in now just to see. 1 Tesseract Volts. We're on 180. I don't feel like I've got many destroyers in here, so do we need any guns?
Do we need guns?
I mean, you've got
I've got a few big guns, and then with the 3 Annihilation Barges.
So we don't need Locust Heavies or anything like that.
Let's play without them.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Locust Destroyers, don't need them. What other destroyer units do we have?
There's Ophidians.
Ophidians, I've got 3.
I do have 6, so you could always borrow some of mine.
So let's get let's try 3 units of 3. See how that goes. So that puts me with 50 points spare. I thought I'd have more than that. What can you get for 50 points?
Heavy destroyer.
The thing that we're trying to avoid. It's that Vault, isn't it? Does the Vault make it not so fun?
And that's the thing, when you start off with a big unit like the Silent King or something big, it changes your list a lot, doesn't
Massively.
it?
Did you say
Really
you got the
limits-
Silent King? Have you got the Silent King?
I've got a Silent King, yeah.
Oh, we've already got something big then.
No, I'm not taking the Silent
Oh
King.
no, that's what I meant. You're not.
I've got one. I mean, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you've got one. So our biggest unit would be the Vault then.
Yeah, Volt and a Monolith. Not gonna be too much for them to handle.
I'm gonna take the Vault out. Although I think it would be funny.
You could bring it and just put it on the table next to. Yeah, I've got the Volt Dread. Yeah.
Just to tease him a little bit.
Yeah, and I'll put mine there as well.
That would be actually funny. So if I take that out, I've still got 450 points. Still a lot to play with,
Blade ones.
No, not flayed ones. I've noticed we don't have any battle line units whatsoever.
Don't need battle line, do we?
We could do a little some ghost arcs. Three ghost arcs with 3 lots of warriors or something, but it sort of goes away from the theme, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to make this fun.
Yeah, I never had battle line units in my Annihilation Legion. It was all Scorpec destroyers, Ophidian destroyers, heavy destroyers, and locust destroyers, and flayed ones.
And your little flayed ones.
Yeah.
No. Oh, we didn't get the Deceiver in, did we? We didn't get the Deceiver.
No.
So can I fit the Deceiver? That makes sense for me to put it in, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Let's see. Where are you, Deceiver? Catan shot of Deceiver leaves me with 185. That's not too bad.
No, it's good.
And I don't think. I mean, Mr. Illuminazares is 175. He doesn't go with anything, but he's just annoying. We've got the Locust Lord. What about a Locust Lord? What would he go with?
You're going to need destroyers, like Locust destroyers, though, aren't you, really, for him?
Not necessarily.
What else would he join?
No one. Just have instead of having the Resurrection Orb, he can have his Feel No Pain 5+ in War Gear, which everyone forgets that he's got. What's it called? Nano Scarab Amulet. Maybe take a couple of them. Can I fit a couple of them? I can. Ooh.
So what have you got at the moment? Read that out.
I think I've done. Okay, so I've got a Deceiver.
Yep.
I've got 2 Locust Lords individuals. A Scorpet Lord. No, 3 Scorpet Lords, sorry. 3 lots of 3 Ophidian Destroyers. And then 3 lots of 6 Scorpet Destroyers. And I'm on 1475. So I could probably throw in an enhancement.
Yeah, the one I always use is the one if your opponent falls back.
Yeah.
3+, they can't. I think it's called the Soulless Reaper.
That's the one. I'm just changing the detachment. For some reason, I'm on Hypercrypt. That's not what I'm doing today. Soulless Reaper is 20 points. I'm on 1495. I quite like that.
That's not bad, is it?
And everything I've got is just melee and jumping around with Ophidians. That might be me. So you happy with what you've got?
I think so, yeah. All vehicle list sounds like fun.
So I can't use your monolith, but it's all right. So yeah, I think we're already good. That's a lot quicker than what we've been going for. Half an hour, and we've already sort of got 2 lists done. That's pretty impressive, to be honest with you.
It is.
I thought this would take a few hours, but fantastic. So what we're going to do then is sort of come back on your channel and maybe break this down tactically, how we're going to play. So guys, if you've yet to subscribe to Idic Beer, Necrons and More, do so down below. I'm sure you already have, but if you haven't, kindly subscribe to him. And we're going to have our reverse video with the tactics on his channel. So yeah, Nick, thank you for coming on the channel and helping us create these lists today.
My pleasure.
And yeah, we'll get over onto your channel. Guys, I'll see you next time.